hey, you got to check this out right here. Look what I got. I'm asking ChatGPT, aloha kakahiaka. That means good morning in Hawaiian. GPT-4, what's my name and what do I do? Now you got to check this out. Watch. Let's go right ahead and send this message. Let's see if ChatGPT-4 knows who I am and what I do. Check it out. Woohoo! How did it know? It's called custom instructions. And today, I'm going to show you a little bit more about ChatGPT and how you can get yourself some languages code skills. Check it out. Aloha, my friends. This is Billy Wigley coming at you live from the 9th Island, Las Vegas, Nevada. How you doing today, my friend? Are you staying positive? Because you know, that's the only way to be. Start out your day by choosing to be happy. Wake up and say, today I choose to be happy and focus on the positives. Woo, things are going to be sounding good to you all the time. And what we're going to do today is I'm just going to show you a little bit about ChatGPT because tomorrow we've got the Languages Code Workshop. Languages Code. And I've created this event on LinkedIn. Let me go ahead and share the link right here with you. I'm going to go ahead and put it into the chat so that everybody's got it. I'm putting it into the chat so everybody that's watching this on all the different channels can view it. And I'm also putting it right into LinkedIn so you can get access to it. So when you go register for this workshop, which is tomorrow at 10 a.m., I want you to notice something. I've got an event link. And when you click on this event link right here, it actually takes you to where the workshop is going to be right here. The workshop is going to be on my website. And when you use that link, you're going to get the workshop for $0 instead of the regular price. Now I'm putting together this workshop, and that's why I'm offering it for free, because I want you to get yourself some skills before, you got to pay for this workshop. And in exchange for you attending this workshop and for me sharing all this information with you and giving you all the skills you need to know how to do this kind of stuff, like how did ChatGPT know who I am? I just said, what's my name and what do I do? And it knew. Well, how do you know how to use custom instructions? How did you know those are custom instructions? So in the Languages Code Workshop, we're going to learn. So you notice we've got 47 people already signed up for tomorrow. However, no one has clicked on this link and actually went and registered to the event. I think it's because maybe I made too many steps for you. Instead of just setting the event up and having it and stream right into LinkedIn like I'm doing right now, I set it up as a workshop on my site, and you've got to register here and then go there and register. So what I'm going to do is when this workshop starts tomorrow, it starts at 10 a.m. I'm going to start maybe 9:45, and then I'm going to get the link, the actual invite active link for the workshop, and I'm going to go right in here, and I'm going to paste it right there. And then that way, you can just click on that link and just go right into the meeting without you having to do any additional registration. So you've got the link to the event, Languages Code. Go ahead and just sign up for this event. ChatGPT, Languages Code. And the reason I say Languages Code is because nowadays we don't really have to know how to code. We just need to know how to explain to ChatGPT, and ChatGPT does the coding for us. So this is where all your skills and abilities and the like come into play. But something is missing right now. Ooh, yeah. Much better. Much better. Set the tone just right for the learning. I invite you. You got the link now? Go right ahead and sign up for this workshop. It's going to be tomorrow at 10 a.m. It's free 95. Go ahead and capitalize on it. Get yourself some skills. I've been spending a lot of time. I actually actively use artificial intelligence in my business. What do you think? I'm so happy now. I'm even happier now than I used to be. I'm always happy, but now I'm extra happy. Because I'm meeting my objectives sooner, faster, better. The quality of my output is just phenomenal. My intelligence has been amplified. So think of AI as amplification of intelligence. I'm making new Excel courses and I'm using artificial intelligence. My business is running. A lot of my marketing is automated as we speak right now through the use of automation, integration, and artificial intelligence. AAA. Yes. Woo. That was a good one too. So let's get on over here into ChatGPT, because I know a lot of you have been seeing this all over the place. Woo, we got Python and Excel. Everybody's happy. All the Excel haters, data scientists, data analysts, or Excel haters, because, you know, the reason that a lot of people, a lot of data scientists, a lot of data analysts say they hate Excel is because they spend 2/3 of their time cleaning up the mess that we've made. Most of us have made a mess because we never knew the basics. So now we got Python and Excel. So a lot of these data scientists, they use Python to clean up all our data first, and then start extracting and analyzing the data. But first, it's got to be cleaned up. George Mountain was the first one to remind me of this. Writing formulas in Excel is programming. So when you begin to write formulas in Excel, you're programming, you're coding, you're writing code. And then you begin to evolve. Python and Excel. Everybody's so happy about Python and Excel. I'm going to show you a new trick for viewing things really well in Microsoft Edge in just a moment. But let's get back over here to learn a little bit more about ChatGPT. So how did ChatGPT know that this is who I am? How did it know? It responded to me in Hawaiian. How did it know my name? Right there. How did it know that I'm a Microsoft certified trainer and I've authored many online courses and books that teach Microsoft Excel as well as artificial intelligence? How did it know that I always say, keep on learning, and remember, don't get mad, get skills? Right? How did it know? It's called custom instructions. So let's go over a little walkthrough, little quick overview of the interface. Just a little preview of what you're going to learn tomorrow. Tomorrow's workshop is going to be at least an hour and 45 minutes. It's the second time I deliver this workshop. I've been working on it for a couple months, making sure that you've got everything in place. I earned my machine learning certification. You can check it out right here. Boom. Went through the AI skills challenge. Went through machine learning, regression analysis, learning how to build pipelines, learning how to train large language models and the like. All to help me help you learn this better so that you can amplify your intelligence and not only survive, thrive in your career. We're gonna do it. So when we're looking at the ChatGPT interface, what we've got right up here is we got our sidebar. And right there we can click and open on the sidebar. And here's our chats that we've got. So that little button right there closes the sidebar and it opens the sidebar. This is how you can rename a chat, and this is how you delete it. In this chat right here, ChatGPT interface. The impossible is now possible. So what I've done is, what you can do. The hardest part of amplifying our intelligence and working with AI is realizing that the impossible is now possible. So whatever it is that you might be thinking, I'd like to do that, but that's impossible. Right then, go to ChatGPT, go to AI. And it's not just ChatGPT, there's a few others that I'm going to cover. Quite a few other models that you can work with that are available to you that I'm going to cover in this workshop. Not just ChatGPT. ChatGPT 4 is my favorite, but there's others. So come on now. Go check out the Languages Code Workshop. Register. Right within our conversations, I decided, why don't I ask ChatGPT what the interface is? And this is the chat that it gave me. So here we have it. The user input box. This one. That's right here. That's where you put in your prompt. That's what it's called when you're asking ChatGPT to do something for you. Prompt. You may have heard of prompt engineering. Well, there's different levels of prompt engineering. You're going to learn about that too. Then we've got our submit button. So once you've got your prompt entered right in here, then we can just go right ahead and submit. Just like I did when I asked ChatGPT, what's my name and what do I do? Just like that. Then we've got our response area. That's this area where the response begins to appear. Our conversation history is going to be located right over here. When you open up your sidebar, here's your conversation history. We'll go into more detail during the workshop. What is this tool integration, Billy? Well, let's go into a new chat. What I've got right here, when you open up ChatGPT 3.5 is the fastest model, and it's the newest. It's a free subscription. You can start with that one. And then you can upgrade to GPT Plus, which now gives you access to GPT 4, which is their best model. GPT 3.5 does, I think it's 175 billion calculations. 175 billion calculations. Whenever you ask it a question, it does 175 billion calculations, and then it gives you an answer. GPT 4 does 100 trillion, not billion, trillion calculations before it gives you a response. So it's a little bit slower in giving you an answer, but because it's thinking more, but you get better reasoning, better answers. But it all comes down to you. Just like when we're learning Excel, and I always say the brains of Excel are in the chair, same here. Even more importantly, because now your life experience, your communication abilities come into play. When you're in ChatGPT 4, you can choose to use the default model, you can use Code Interpreter, or you can use plugins. When you go to Code Interpreter, right in here, by the way, this is new. 6 new features that recently came out. These are sample prompts, just to give you an idea of how to prompt. You can just say, hey, let's try this one. Design a database schema for an online store. Or how about this one right here? Because we're talking about Python, showed me a code snippet of a website sticky header. Whoop. Code Interpreter. This is in Code Interpreter. And there it's go. Sure, Mr. Aloha, it knows how to address me because of the custom instructions. And there it is, right in the HTML that we can just copy and paste. And next thing you know, you got a landing page right over here. Even giving that CSS style. Isn't that amazing? Look at that. Now, we got Python and Excel that's really popular. A lot of people really excited about it. Well, what if I just go right in here and say, hey, it says, what do you do with this code here? You got instructions, right? You got instructions. Let me just delete this conversation right here. And I'm going back into Code Interpreter, and I'm going to type in Code Interpreter. With Code Interpreter, I can say, write me the Python code to generate data table from a range that I specify. Now I'm just throwing this out. And then now we just send the message. And then look, it's writing the code. It's going to start writing the code for us. And then you're saying to yourself, well, what do I do with this code once I have it? I can see that I can go right ahead and copy the code right there. But what do I do with the code? Typically, ChatGPT will tell you what to do with the code. And it's going and it's explaining to you what to do with the code. So then you take this code and you use it. Oh, wait, you can change. Okay. How do I implement it? And then you can say, hey, how do I implement it into whatever it is that you want to implement it? And look, it starts giving you instructions right over here. So this is just to give you an idea that you can already go ahead and start using Python and Excel when you know how to use code interpreter properly. Amplification of intelligence. You just need to know how to use the tool. It's like a lot of the Microsoft Office, a lot of Microsoft certification exams. The advanced ones are now open book. That's right, open book. Yeah, they're not giving you more time to answer the questions. They're just allowing you to go to use the documentation in Microsoft to find answers. Because that's really how we do it, right? We don't memorize everything. And when you got skills, you know where to find answers. That's part of the skill. So let me delete this chat. Let's go back to the elements. Now, when we're talking about tool integration, going back over to code interpreter, this is where we can go ahead and upload a file to be analyzed. So you just click on it, upload a file, and have it be analyzed. We'll be demonstrating this during tomorrow's Languages Code Workshop. The next item that we're going to cover, tool integrations. Well, that's also the plugins. More on that tomorrow, because plugins is how we can analyze a video. I can put in a link to a YouTube video and I can say, hey, summarize that video for me. Put it into an Excel table, extract X from it. Whatever. The impossible is now possible. Let's talk about settings and preferences. What's up with the settings and the preferences? Well, we got to travel on down here to where you see your name and you click on these three little buttons. And then my plan is your subscription and settings and beta. I already walked you through custom instruction, but there's so much more to it. We could just spend a whole hour on only custom instructions. We go to settings and beta. Excuse me. That's one thing about the ninth island. There's a lot of dust and things in the air, and I seem to struggle sometimes with it. So when you're in your settings, you don't need to struggle because it's easy. Mr. Aloha is walking you through all this. Your beta features is where you can enable your plugins. So if you're in ChatGPT 4, if you're in 3.5 and you're not seeing plugins, you're not seeing code interpreter, it's because it's not available in 3.5. You actually got to pay $20 a month to get the Plus subscription. And then you have access to beta features, the plugins, and the code interpreter. So you got to make sure they're enabled. Now we got data controls. This is where you can decide, hey, I don't want to keep a chat history, and I don't want my data, my results, everything that I'm coming up with to be shared with OpenAI to train the models. Now, we haven't even talked about shared links. Take some time, explore shared links. Like, for example, this particular chat right here. You can see how I started it. I originally wanted it to make it JPEG for me. However, I needed to do that in Code Interpreter, because in Code Interpreter, it'll generate images for you. It'll even edit images for you. You can take a static image and have it edit that static image, turn it into a zoom in and pan or whatever you like, and it'll do it. You just got to think about it. The impossible is now possible. So I asked ChatGPT this, and because I was not in Code Interpreter, it said, sorry, can't do that. But it gave us options. So let me go right up to the upper right-hand corner. And right here, what we have is share chat. So when I click on share chat, we can share the link to this chat. Share a link to this chat right in here. And I can decide to share my name or share anonymously, however you like. When you click on share your name, then the option available becomes share anonymously. You want to know more about sharing links? Like, for example, sharing chats, sharing a link to a chat. Like, what happens to my chat, to the links if I delete the chat? Go to more info. Or in tomorrow's workshop, you're going to get details about this. So let's go ahead and copy this link. And this is the link that I'm going to go right ahead and share with you. So I'm going to put it right into the LinkedIn chat for y'all. And I'm going to put it in the LinkedIn chat for the stream chat. Woo! What's up, my friends? How you doing? Hey, Paul. How's it going over there on Twitch? You like ChatGPT? Yes, all right. It's a little delayed. What about LinkedIn, people? Are you there? Okay, so I just shared this chat with you. So you want to do something with your chat links, you can just go back to share chat, share a link to a chat. Excuse me. Go back to your settings. And in your settings and beta, we go back to our data controls. Right there we have shared links. Click on manage, and there's that link that I just shared. I can view the source chat. I can delete the shared link. But let's go right ahead and view the source chat. So this is what you're going to see right here. Got the name right there. And look, it's letting you know. This conversation may reflect the link creator's custom instructions, which aren't shared and can meaningfully change how the model responds. That's the beauty of custom instructions. You can have like a master prompt. Yeah, you go learn about that. Languages Code Workshop tomorrow. So I just shared this link with y'all. You can just go right ahead and click on it, and you're going to be right in there. And then you're going to say to yourself, hey, Billy, I can see that I can continue this conversation. Yes, you can. And when you go ahead and click on continue this conversation, it's going to open up this chat in your account. And although I created this chat using specific plugins, if you don't have those plugins, or if you don't have ChatGPT 4 with plugins, that's okay. You're still going to be able to see the chat. You're just not going to be able to see this. So once you go right ahead and continue this conversation in your account, then it becomes your conversation. And whatever you do in it, that's in your world. Whatever changes I make to it, they're not going to reflect. The link, that's just a moment in time. It's good to know all these little things. It took me months to figure out. Hour 45 minutes, you're going to learn a lot. And you're going to be able to future-proof your career. You don't got to be scared like a lot of you are worried that, AI is going to take my job. It's not AI that's going to take your job. It's somebody that attended this workshop that knows how to amplify their intelligence that's going to take your job. Don't be afraid. Embrace it. I'm a happy man. I'm so happy since I've been getting better and better at using my artificial intelligence. I actually have less people in my... I'm the only one in the company now. I tried to teach my team how to use ChatGPT, and they just didn't want to go for it. And while I was teaching them, I realized, wow, I don't need this team anymore. So they didn't take the initiative to embrace what I was sharing with them. And so I embraced automation, integration, and amplification of intelligence. And here we are. I'm getting way more done, a lot better quality than when I had my team, and my team rocked. They just didn't want to learn how to embrace change. So now I got to show you something cool. This is brand new with Edge. I've been using Microsoft Edge, and I use Chrome a lot. I use both, but I've been using Edge a lot more and more lately because it's got really cool features. Usually I'll have like two browser windows, a lot of times opened up side by side. And then I got to adjust the size and make sure that they're fitting right next to each other just fine. Kind of like, let me move this over here. And let's go ahead and close this chat. We don't need this. But let's say I wanted to have like a couple things side by side. I put this window over here like this. And then I take this window over here and then I resize it. You know, these different things that I was trying to do to keep everything, you know, like side by side. So, you know, like this. All right. Well, we don't need to do any of that now because there's a new feature available to us. Let me go right ahead and slide back in here. Watch this. I can go ahead and say, I want to view this Python and the intro to Python pages. Let me go ahead and put a link to this right here. So you can, if you want to go ahead and test out Python, let me share with you this link to this page. And then now watch this, Microsoft Edge. So I'll just go right up here to this icon. It's called split the screen, or you can press Control-Shift-2. Boom. And then I can decide what's the other item that I want to see in this screen. So let's go with this one right there. Isn't that cool? So I'm going to go ahead and close that, take this out, have it be separate on its own. Don't get mad, getskills.com, my friends. Go ahead, come on over here and check it out. Tons of goodies over here. Once you sign in, you'll see the community tab right over here, where we can correspond with each other. Let me go right ahead and put the link in there for you to the website. Don't get mad, get skills. It's also where you're going to have access to my blog, where I do talk a lot about AI and Excel basics. So let's go right ahead and minimize this. And look at this. Look what we got. Let me go ahead and... So here we see that we got two different tabs. There's a support tab for you. There's another. Ta-da! What's up? All right. So when you're in... Now we got... This is just one tab. And we got two browser windows within one tab. Pretty cool. Isn't that amazing? I love it. And now here we got Excel in dark mode now, because we got all these ways of customizing Excel left and right. We go to the View tab. Ooh. Now where is that button? So I can decide the view that I want to have, dark view or light view or what. Info file. Info. Browser view options. Account. Info. I don't know. I saw it earlier, but I don't know where the button is that I can change my... I would think that it would be in view, right? View. Do you see it? Review. Data. How about we just ask Excel? Dark mode. Change the look and feel of Microsoft 365. Dark mode in Excel. And that's how we find out things. Couldn't find what we're looking for. You know, I don't know how I did it, but I went into dark mode here, and I might have done it by going into my account settings. Oh, Here we go. Right there. But that just changed the whole Office theme. I know there's a way. See? 11-year Microsoft certified trainer is frequently getting lost inside of Excel because they're always moving so many things around. I just love looking at it because there's so much going on. Every time I look, there's something new happening in Excel. It's a beautiful thing. Now, let's say that you want to try out that Python thing. You'd go to formulas and functions, and here's where you'd find the Python function. But you got to install it first. And right now, it's not really available to everybody. You actually got to go to the File tab, go to Account, and in your account, you're going to want to go to the Microsoft Insider. Click right there and register for the beta channel. And that's how you're going to receive new builds. So anytime now, I should have this installed, I thought. But no, you actually got to ask. And so I said, hey, insert Python. I mean, it already knew that, it already found that because it was recently used. But I just insert Python, just like that. And there it is, insert Python. So what you got to do is you got to click on that and then insert Python into Excel. You got to be on the beta channel insiders. And then you type equals PY and that'll launch the Python function. It's not installed right here. I haven't installed it yet. Working on other things. And then you're saying, well, now I got Python. Now what do I do? Go to ChatGPT and start asking ChatGPT to give you the Python code for whatever it is you need to do. You might not even need it. Who knows? But you got access to it. So my friends, remember that we've got a workshop coming up tomorrow. Languages Code Workshop. I put the links. It's in 21 hours and 55 minutes. We're going to be harnessing ChatGPT to future-proof your career. These are the items that we're going to cover. Second time I'm doing this workshop. Be preparing for it. Ready to rock. Ready to deliver impacting show for you tomorrow. Come on, capitalize on it. All I'm asking for in exchange is your attention, your eagerness to learn, and a video testimonial. Yeah, that's it. Easy. And I even set it all up for you so that you can easily leave me a video testimonial. You can just go to Don't Get Mad, Get Skills, go to Reviews, and then you press here to record, and that's it. You can just leave your video testimonial right there, just like that. It's easy. And for those of you that have worked with me already in the past and you like to leave a video testimonial, just go ahead and go to Don't Get Mad, Get Skills, click on Reviews, and then you can press here to record to leave me a video testimonial. Or you can also add a review right here, and you can leave a written review, just like all these other folk have been doing. But I really like those video reviews. They're fun to do, and you look good. So come on now. Let me share the link here for you so that you can. Well, there's a lot of links I'm sharing today. There's so much more to learn, my friends. So much more. So many things that are going to make your life so much easier. It's a beautiful thing, my friends. It's a beautiful thing. I'll be looking for you in tomorrow's workshop. Just remember, if you've already signed up for the LinkedIn event, I'm going to start the workshop early, and I'm going to put in the direct link to the Zoom meeting right into the LinkedIn event. So you can click on it. You don't have to register or anything. Just puts you right into the meeting, just like that. All you got to do is just put in your name, turn on your camera, and turn on your microphone. And then that way we can interact. You can actually ask me questions tomorrow, and we can see each other if you want to. Woo. All righty, my friends, just like I always say to you, I want to make sure that you keep on learning, you live aloha, and most of all, you remember that I love you. And I want you to always don't get mad, get skills. Cheese.